Hello everyone, this is Wentworth857 back in the episode of Flower Summer, and on this episode, well, stuff to do. Let's hurry up and get started on those interviews.
そうですね。
Yes, right.
フックマン伝承か。不謹慎だけど楽しいわね、八重垣さん。
The Legend of the Hookman. It might be inappropriate for me to say this, but it's really quite exciting, isn't it, Miss Yagaki? And now, back to the present. I've somehow been swept along in the tide of Sister Basquate's excitement. What was supposed to be a small diversion had turned into something far more bizarre.
バスキア教諭と一緒なのが嫌ってわけじゃないが。
It's not that I dislike being around her, but...
どうしました？
What was that?
そろそろ目的地ですよ。
We're almost there. I announced to my smiling companion, then...
噂をしたら影だ。
Speak of the devil. Since this figure has been popping up around the clubhouse, I thought maybe we could look in on the cooking club on the way. Sure enough, our target is there.
おや？珍しい場所で珍しい二人組に会うものだ。どうしました？部の視察ですか？
Aha, what an unusual pairing to run into in such an unusual place. What's up? Are you taking a look around the clubs?
いえ、八代会長へお話があって会いに来たのです。
No, we're actually here to speak with you, President Yatsuhiro.
そうですか。うん。どうぞ中へ。
Really? Come on in. She stepped out into the corridor to greet us. Now she spins on her heel and disappears back into the club room. We follow after her. It seems the club isn't meeting today as there's no other members to be seen. I actually considered that the Sasaki twins, cooking club members themselves, joined me to go solve the mystery. I probably should have realized beforehand that there was no meeting today.
バスキア教諭。八重垣くんもコーヒーで構わないかい？
Is coffee okay for you two? Is it the best way, Yagaki-kun? Narrator-kun? Oh, you're offering? Actually, thank you. I will partake in some iced coffee. Thank you for inviting me. Why not? She takes the flask from under the siphon of freshly brewed coffee and pours us a cup each. A rich aroma that reminds me of roasted nuts wafts up from the liquid.
どうぞ。秘蔵の一品ですよ。
Here you go. It's my special brew.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. I accept my cup when Sister Basquate's taking hers. After appreciating the scent for a moment, I take a sip. I guess coffee is more my style than tea. I can feel my head clear.
美味しいな。うちの委員長にコーヒーの入れ方を教えてやってくださいよ。
It's really good. Could you teach our president how to brew coffee like this?
親の敵のような目で見られてしまうよ。それで、お話というのは七不思議のことですか？
She'd have my head if I tried. So this thing you wanted to talk about is about the 7 mysteries? She brings it up like it's no big deal, but as president of the Council of Nicaea, she must have had an idea of what's going on. Sister Basquate dabs at her lips with a handkerchief, then nods.
七不思議のフックマンについて調べているそうですね。
We heard that you were looking into one of the 7 mysteries, specifically that of the Green Hookman.
教職員へと話がいっていないのは、まだ確定した事柄ではないからです。見間違いかもしれない。
I hadn't spoken to the faculty about it yet because everything was still substantiated. Maybe I misjudged my response.
それでも構いません。詳細が知りたいのです。
That isn't a problem. I'd just like to know the details. Yatsuhiro-senpai shoots a glance at me, then perhaps having guessed what's going on, takes a sip of her coffee and gazes into the steam rising from it.
フックマンらしき報告があったのは、実はここ数日のことなんです。それ以前はどちらかというと幽霊談義のような話だった。
It was a few days ago that we first heard a report of a figure resembling this Green Hookman. Before that, it was simply a ghost story with little moral lesson for the listeners.
幽霊ですか？
A ghost story?
ああ、シスターと魂についての語らいは話が長くなってしまうので、ここでは通常の女学校にありがちな幽霊騒動と考えてください。
Yeah, getting to the metaphysics of it right now would derail the conversation. Just think of it as a typical kind of ghost story that gets circulated in girls' schools.
宵闇の静かな廊下を黒い影がスーッと現れ、消え失せてしまうようなお話です。
Like tales of a dark shadow appearing in an empty corridor at twilight, then disappearing without a trace, that kind of thing. Sister Basquate nods. It's probably not the kind of thing she wants to hear about, but she asks Yatsuhiro Senpai to continue.
その幽霊騒ぎもフックマンも誰が見たのですか？また聞きってわけじゃないですよね。
So, who's actually seen this ghost? This Hookman? It's not just hearsay, right? She flashes me a cynical smile, probably sensing what I'm getting at.
目撃者の有無だね。下校時刻が過ぎても学院にいた不心得者が証言したのがおかしいという話だ。
You'd obviously want to know if there are any witnesses. You think it's weird that the testimony should come from someone who would admit to being in the school building after closing hours? Oh.
これには分かりやすい解がある。目撃者はね、僕たちだよ。
The solution to that is pretty simple. We're the witnesses.
二階屋の会の皆さんがですか？
Huh. Oh, you mean members of the Council of Nicaea?
はい。諸業務に加え、バレエ発表会も間近になってきていましてね。寮に戻る時間を遅らせてもらっているんですよ。
Yes, on top of all the regular duties, the ballet recital is also coming up, so we've got permission to return to the dorms later than usual.
バレエ発表会で使う小物がクラブハウスの物置部屋にあるせいで、メンバーのものに取りに行ってもらっていたんです。その時に黒い影を見たと。
Since the props for the recital are kept in the clubhouse storeroom, we sent one of our members to go get them. That's when she saw this black shadow. Sister Basque nods her understanding.
それだけではフックマンの噂にはならないでしょう。
But that alone won't be enough to spark this Hookman rumor, would it?
そうだね。それだけでは弱気の虫から見た幽霊騒動でしまいだ。だが二階屋の会のほぼ全員がフックマンの姿を見ているのだよ。
You're right about that. Usually be brushed off as a single scary cat's overactive imagination. However, almost all the members of the council have now seen the Hookman. She just back her cup with relish and takes a long drink of coffee. Then she stares out into space as though looking back on her memories.
作業で遅くなった折、使った道具をクラブハウスの物置へとしまうため急いだ。みんなで帰る約束をしていたからね。ついてきてもらったよ。
I stayed behind late for club duties and was rushing to put the stuff I'd been using back in the storeroom. Since I promised to walk back with the others, I had them tag along with me.
ところが、物置部屋の鍵を忘れていたのを思い出し、みんなにクラブハウスの玄関口で待ってもらい、鍵を取りに学舎へ戻った。
But then I realized that I'd forgotten the key to the storeroom, so I told them to wait for me at the clubhouse entrance while I ran back to school to get the key.
鍵を手にクラブハウスへ。とっぷりと日も暮れていたので真っ暗だったよ。黒い影の話があったからみんなは怯えていた。そして
The time I was on my way back, the sun had set and it was pitch black out. Everyone was already on edge after hearing about this black shadow, and then...
あれは文芸部のあたりだったかな。そこで黒い影を見たのさ。
It was near the literature club room that I saw it, the shadow.
フックマンでなく
Not the Hookman.
僕には黒い影が鈍色の凶器を持って歩いているように見えた。だが他のみんなは緑色の人影だと震える声で言った。
It looked to me like a black shape holding a dark gray weapon and advancing steadily, but the others told me in trembling voice that they saw a green humanoid figure. Probably because they'd heard tales of the Hookman, she acknowledges before continuing.
みんなを怯えから覚まさせ、再び姿を見ようと廊下の奥を覗くも、そこにはすでに人影がなかった。
I tried snapping them out of their terror and peered back down the corridor hoping to get another look at the figure, but it was already gone. She finishes her tale and takes another sip of coffee. Sister Basquet's brows are drawn together pensively.
集団ヒステリーとかではないですかね。
I don't suppose it could be chalked up to group hysteria. I ask her.
僕もそう思った。
I considered that myself. It's just a bit of a rude suggestion on my part, but Yatsura Senpai just smiles wryly.
一人が緑色の服だったと告げてから口々にそう言った。一人が見たものの狂気が映る。僕もそうではないかと思ったよ。
After one person said the figure was dressed all in green, everyone else chimed in to agree. A mad vision witnessed by one person, and that madness then sprang to others. I thought that could be the case too.
八代先輩には人影は黒く見えたのですものね。
And the shadow appeared black to you, didn't it? Sister Basquet's eyes wide as though she's grasped the true meaning behind my words. Yatsura Senpai puts her cup down and then goes on.
だから次の日、みんなには黙ってフックマンとやらを見に行ったのさ。クラブハウスにいる者たちが引き上げたのを見て、玄関口で待機した。
Which is why the next day I secretly went to get another look at this Hookman. After making sure that everyone else had left, I went laying wait at the entrance. She goes on, then after a while...
廊下を行く緑色のフックマンを確かに目にした。
I very clearly saw the Green Hookman walking down the corridor.
八代先輩の目にも緑色の服を着ていたのが見て取れたのですね。
So you also saw this figure wearing green clothes with your own eyes.
ああ、すぐに後を追ったが逃げられてしまったよ。
Yeah, I chased after it once, but it already fled. I feel as though I just heard a very long and involved ghost story. Sister Basquet, who has been listening in silence, speaks up.
フックマンの顔は見たの？
Did you see the Hookman's face? Yatsura Senpai is caught uncharacteristically, off balance by the unexpected question.
いえ、顔はフードで覆っていましたので確認できませんでした。
No, he was wearing a hood, so I couldn't see his face. She answers.
まずいまずい。バスケア教諭を見習うべきだな。
Crap, I'm slipping. I should take a leaf out of Sister Basquet's book. Yatsura Senpai told her Hookman story like it was wholly supernatural in nature, and I listened to it in kind. By asking whether or not she saw the figure's face, it's the best way implicitly telegraph her suspicions about being either a student playing a prank or an intruder of some sort.
ごちそうさまでした。お話ありがとうございます。それでは。
Thank you very much for sharing your story. Now, if you'll excuse us, I think the narrator's having a bad day, so.
いえ、何かあればまた訪ねてください。
No problem. I'm happy to talk with you again if anything else comes up. Yatsuhiro Senpai bows her head towards the exits of the cooking club room. And yeah, I am going to end the episode here. I'm just not having a great day, so. I should say I do know when this is going up that it's a little hot today. But I also know it's going to be the end of Kingdom Hearts Union X, or Union Cross, I should say. So that's a little bit. So saying goodbye to some people on there. And then there's one other problem. If you haven't seen it, check my Twitter. You don't have to log in. Twitter saves my YouTube username. Look at my latest post that I put. Not something I retweeted, but the actual post I put. Which is the one with the photo 2 days ago at this point. And it explains how my week has been. So yeah. How's it getting the episode here? Hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you on the next one. See you then.